Look, we will in about 20 minutes, Madison. Madison Reedy is beside me in the studio. Homewares retailer Briscoe's having a good year. What are they doing? Because if we listen to businesses telling us confidence is down, old Rod Duke
particularly retailers,
yeah, exactly. Rod Duke seems to just make his own confidence, doesn't he?
Retailers are in a bit of a tough time at the moment. Online shopping obviously has ruined them ever so slightly. The ones that haven't been so fast to adapt to the online movement, where consumers are shopping more and more now, they have struggled, and we obviously have seen some closures as well. But it's not all too bad. We have had some large international retailers, the likes of Zara and H&M, arrive in New Zealand, and H&M's actually building a huge second store in Britomart, downtown Auckland too. But Briscoe's, they've had a really good year so far. They're actually making more money in this year than they were last, which seems crazy. And more of that revenue is coming from online, so they seem to have been a retailer that has adapted in time and doing well from it. So their half-year revenue that they released today was $292 million. That's up 4% on their half-year result last year.
Holy moly, it's a lot of revenue, isn't it? Half year.
And so Briscoe's doesn't just own Briscoe's the retailer as well. Briscoe's Group also owns Living and Giving and Rebel Sport. Yep. And it also has a 20% stake in Kathmandu as well. And the reason that, a lot of people say it is doing well is because it has Rod Duke at its helm. Now, Rod Duke has been the managing director of Briscoe's since 1988. That is 7 years longer than I have been on Earth. The man is a retail guru.
And he is. He has a nose for the market that is extraordinary.
And absolutely for consumer trends as well. And with retail, it always really comes down to, particularly in stores, your stock levels, especially with a homeware retailer, how many heaters you have one year, or electric blankets, or how many maybe Crusaders jerseys one year if they do well. I mean, you don't know. It always really is up in the air and a gamble as to how much you buy to sell that following year. You're always working a year ahead. But there really is no formula for it, but Rod Duke seems to have one in that little mastermind of his. So he's told me previously last year on the phone that it's always a guessing game, but it seems like he has a real knack for it, and it's paying off.
Last night we talked about A2 and Fonterra. Tonight, Madison, A2 Milk has cut another deal.
They have. So they have bought an extra 8% of Synlait Milk. Synlait Milk creates baby formula, infant formula, and they create that for A2. So they've been in a partnership for a while now, and Synlait is based in Canterbury. So now A2's stake in Synlait is 17.4%. So they bought an extra 8% to add on to their 9-point-something rather percent, and they bought that extra equity from a Japanese investment firm called Mitsui, and they paid $161 million for that. Wow. And we spoke last night about their share price and, them being a hot stock at the moment, so they seem to be spending that money somewhere.
What did the markets do today?
The markets, we closed up 0.2% or 15 points to 8865. The New Zealand dollar's buying at 67.3 US cents, 91.3 Australian and 51.7 British pounds. And also Synlait shares went up 2.8% today, so the market seemed to like A2's news, yeah.
Madison Reedy, thanks so much for your work this week. Have a great weekend.
You too.